morning, everyone. I picked the wrong speaker order for sure, because now I have a negative 30 seconds to fit in 5 minutes of remarks. So my name is Mandy Clark. I'm the Executive Director of Impact Florida, and I am so excited to welcome you to our first ever Education Summit. Have you ever smiled so much that it starts to hurt? That's how I feel this morning, because it really is a joy to finally see you all here and to launch this organization. We are so grateful to have you here. And I wanted to tell you, now that you've heard a lot of context, I think we all kind of need to take a deep breath. It really can be anxiety-inducing to hear about everything that's going on that you deal with. So I want you to kind of now position yourselves to kind of hold that kind of intention with the fact that you're here as a learner. Like, you get to have this safe space for the next 2 days to really dive into, as Superintendent Browning said, a great lineup of speakers. So about Impact Florida, who are we and what is this summit about? I would say that bridging opportunity gaps is at the heart of our vision and the theme of this summit. We believe that providing all students in Florida with excellent instruction in every classroom every day is worth fighting for. And we think it will lead to improved outcomes for every student, which we believe leads to stronger opportunities after their K-12 career, prepares them to be a productive member of society, to be economically independent, and to find pathways to success, as the Chancellor spoke about. And we think that the way to get there is through excellent instruction. And we will define that over the next 2 days and probably forever as we learn more and more. And that will be the thrust of our ongoing work at Impact Florida, because we think that defining that and providing evidence and proof points from Florida districts and schools and leaders will help leaders like you to support your vision, how you personalize that in your district. And ultimately, over the long term, I hope that Impact Florida helps elevate what we continue to learn together in defining great instruction and in closing achievement gaps so that we can influence the whole state. I hope that we can inform state-level policy and change how resources are allocated and incentivize change in practice. And yes, I admit that is an ambitious journey, but honestly, I don't think that we would sign up for less, and I think that you are committed to that same goal. And I think that students in our state deserve ambitious goals like that, and I hope that we can be part of helping you deliver that. And I think our vision does not seem so unattainable when you look around this room and see the power that we have collectively. So just take a look around. I know you're at your tables, but take a look around, because besides the incredible lineup of speakers that we are so grateful is joining us here today, I want you to know that you are among leaders from 13 districts that collectively represent over 1 million Florida students. That is 42% of the entire student population in the state of Florida. That represents 64% of the students you represent are Black or Latino, 63% are low income, and that represents 49%, half of the Black Latino student population in the state. And the low income student population represented in this room, it's 43% of the whole state. So as we think about the opportunity gaps that persist in Florida across these three subgroups, please hold these students in your mind today and think about the impact we could have with our learning. We also have leaders here, and that was a very particular intention that we had, is to get stakeholders in the same room with districts. Here that represent, we have 20 different education organizations represented that include the Florida school boards, superintendents, school administrators, the rural districts, the Florida PTA and equity advocates, policy and post-secondary advocates, education funders, education foundations, collective action networks, and a handful of influencers who don't even need a network to be influential. And in fact, I'd like to call out one right now to recognize her for her incredible service to the state of Florida. Pam Stewart, would you stand? And I know I speak for all of us in saying that her passionate work as commissioner on behalf of closing opportunity gaps has been inspiring. And we are so glad that she is here with us today and continuing our journey and her journey with us. This is a pretty amazing group, right? It makes me think that our goals aren't so lofty when you consider the potential reach of our impact if we all commit to taking the learnings we receive here at this summit and put it back into action when we get home. So since I will wrap up quickly, you will learn more about Impact Florida's story and how we hope to be useful in your work over the course of these next 2 days. But for now, I'll close with this. We started Impact Florida with one question, and that was, what if? But today we ask a different one of ourselves and of you. Based on what you learn here at this summit and the difference that you see it can make in bridging opportunity gaps and supporting great instruction, are you willing to commit to impact alongside us? Thank you so much and enjoy the summit. I'll turn it over to Christina.